The wise Chinese Confucius once said, "Wherever you go, go with your heart." My name is Lorena Martinez Cordero, and today I want to invite you to embark on a journey through the home of my animal spirit, the panda, and one of the oldest cultures in the world, China. China is considered one of the most important places for the study of the origin of man. According to Chinese archaeologists, 1,700,000 years ago, there was the oldest settler of this civilization, having its origin in the Yellow River Basin, where the first Xia, Shang, and Su dynasties appeared. With a rough path through the history of the world, China has built a strong cultural wealth, in which some of its exponents are its mythology, its philosophy, and its symbology. Today, I will talk about 3 essential symbols to recognize and understand the culture of this country. They are the philosopher Confucius, animals, and the Chinese horoscope. First of all, Confucius left one of the strongest legacy in the Chinese people. Without leaving his beliefs in writing in any document, his followers were the ones who expanded his thoughts and values through the history of China. He was a philosopher, social theorist, and former of an ethical system. His principal virtue was reasonable dedication to others. He proposes the philosophy of Confucianism, in which he believed that the state should serve the people, the farmers must be good workers, and noble, sensible people, all supported by 3 basic moral pillars: obedience to the authority, respect and egalitarian friendship, and respect for the family and the ancestors. Because of the high significance of this character in China, the executive body of the International Council of Chinese Language thought of his name to spread the teaching of Mandarin throughout the world in the Confucian Institutes. In the second place, animals have marked the most symbolic part of culture in China, but there are 2 in essence that must be recognized. Long ago, when pandas lived in the mountains of Tibet, they were Snow White. They had 4 women who took care of them. One day, when they played with a panda, a leopard came out of the woods and tried to attack them. The women jumped forward to protect them, and the leopard killed them. To remember this sacrifice, the pandas held a funeral and put black ashes on his arms. While they cried, they dried their eyes with their legs, covered their ears to block the sound of crying, and hugged each other in their pain. While doing this, the ashes blackened their feared, and to these days they are covered with black marks to remember forever. With the strength of a bear and the tenderness of a cat, the panda symbolizes the strength, the use of superior knowledge, and the ability to develop the soul. Its black and white colors represent the yin and yang. That is the importance of the balance between energies. That is why the Chinese people believe that using elements with this figure will help you to balance your life. A door opens and the emperor stands up. The party is about to begin. 9 dragons, all embroidered in gold, meander over the yellow silk robe which flies with the monarch's gate. When he enters the room, silence falls like a heavy curtain. Courtesans and relatives revere him equally, as no one in all China will dare to forget the tradition that has marked popular culture for centuries. The emperor, the incarnate dragon god, has made himself present. For the ancient Chinese, the dragon was responsible for producing the rain, calling the wind, the sun, and the clouds. His power over hydrological aspects was undeniable. He dominates the rivers, seas, and waterfall. That is why it is seen as a symbol of power and authority. Finally, the ancient Chinese astrological system is more than 5,000 years old. It's closely linked to the natural science and the Chinese philosophy. It is a form of divination based on the position of Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, Saturn, and Mars, along with the position of the Sun. The date of the year and also the sign of zodiac can determine the fate of a person. Similarly, on occasion, the job recruitment agencies choose or not a person based on their horoscope. Many parents report the birth of the child before the true date, so as not to have to be governed by prejudices in reference to a sign. The horoscope is represented on a wheel. The symbols of yin, female, and yang, male, represent the perfect balance in the center of the 12 animal signs, also identified by their Chinese character and their fixed element. That could be metal, earth, fire, wood, or water. Each sign is also determined by the date of birth. For the Chinese, the influence of the horoscope is particularly strong. Parents consciously plan a pregnancy so their children are born governed by signs, especially in the year of the dragon. And so, in different national statistics, every time a year of the dragon approaches, the peaks in terms of the average number of births per woman increases dramatically. To conclude, the philosopher Confucius, animals, and the Chinese horoscope make China a perfect setting for the discovery of the identity of an ancient civilization and allow us to consider it as a treasure for the humanity. Now that you know more about this beautiful country and its amazing culture, let's test your brain.